ticket is yours. Yo. Cash and the ticket is yours. Cash and the ticket is yours. Cash and the ticket is yours. Yo. Cash and the ticket is yours. Yours.
Got lots of love, love. 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 Got lots of love, love.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to some more NA show matches for OW World Cup. This time we're bringing you Costa Rica versus Panama. I'm Joker's Ransom. That's Chef Billy, and this should be another great show match tonight. I'm really excited to get more look at Costa Rica. They were really good last show match that I casted, and now we get to look at Panama.
Yeah, I was supposed to be with you, but we got hit with like 11 inches of snow here in Missouri, so we had a bit of a weather situation. But the action's going to be hot tonight down in Central America. Just a quick reminder for those of you that speak Spanish: it is being transmitted into Spanish on Costa Rica OW on Twitch. That will be the Spanish language broadcast for tonight. With the Gatos going on over there. They have a very clean production. I love watching them get this on. But, looking at what we see right now, we're getting ready for the qualifiers, right, Joshua? So we want to see these teams kind of get themselves working into better shape. And WedTube and Benji from Costa Rica, I have been a fan of WedTube since season 4 of South American Masters. Just an absolutely sick support. I believe is playing collegiately here in America now as well. So lots of good stuff there for Costa Rica. This is Panama's debut on the World Cup circuit. It's their first chance to try and qualify. So this is going to be my first chance to look at a lot of these players. Super excited to see the new talent coming out.
Yeah, speaking of new talent, right? We were myself and Bullskunk were talking about Artorias on that tank line for Costa Rica. Looks to be, at least according to Wikipedia, kind of an import-esque. Obviously, it has to have Costa Rican lineage, but definitely someone that neither of us really had any idea about, but came into that show match against Chile and put on a really good show. I'm excited to see how that continues here going forward, and it looks like we are going to get a new look maybe. As of right now, it is still up in the air. Obviously, the teams have not chosen their rosters, but NIL 23 looking to come in to the Costa Rica lineup.
That will be something to look at because we need to see, I think it's also a chance for everybody to get in there and get some experience, get some reps, get some caps if you would go into the soccer world, getting a qualified international result. So, this might be just a chance for Costa Rica kind of, rest their main starters. It could be maybe somebody's having connection issues. It could be any number of things. Or, like I said, it could just be giving everybody a chance to get some exposure on the international stage.
Yeah, and obviously there's a lot to go to before anything really happens, right? I mean, obviously there's only 2 current teams qualified for the World Cup at the moment. And that's obviously Saudi Arabia and China, because the first and second place teams from last event back in 2023. But other than that, it's an open field, right? 4 teams coming from the Americas, and obviously Costa Rica's both of these teams are obviously looking to be one of those remaining 4, maybe 3. Maybe let's just give it 2, because obviously we're thinking USA and Canada are going to get 2 of those spots.
Yeah, I think, and if I'm thinking about, past results, how we got to here, I haven't heard much rumbling from south of the border of us in Mexico. So yeah, I'm thinking that Brazil definitely has a good shot of getting in. I think that they are the cream of the crop south of our border. Then that last 4 spot, I think that's where the real battle is going to be. I think that Peru is going to be definitely in that conversation. I think Costa Rica, based upon what we've seen from them so far in their warm-ups, at least, and with the staff that they've got on their team, they have a lot to go for too. So I think it could be a 3-way hunt for that 4th transfer spot into the actual World Cup itself. But you know what? Everybody's got to play everybody round robin. I was part of that last time. It was very exciting We'll see if that's going to happen again. Also, we haven't heard from Puerto Rico as well,
Yeah.
Joshua. So I don't know. I don't know where we're going to go.
Right, and then we also have to think, right, if we go back to 2023, there's some names there that are no longer in the Overwatch scene, right? With the introduction of Marvel Rivals, Colombia lost a lot, right? Super Gomez was one of the tank players for Colombia,
Yep.
now flourishing in Marvel Rivals. A lot of Mexican players as well. Spark Chief was one of the names that were being thrown around there for Team Mexico back in 2023. Now in Marvel Rivals as well. So that's something to look at as well, right? What teams or what regions have lost some talent due to other games coming into the scene?
Yeah, I'm thinking, who do we, I think Zerfiax or Smurfiax from Puerto Rico is also playing in MR. So we need to be careful with that. We did lose some talent. I mean, new game, new shiny thing that came along. I'm hearing some rattles from Puerto Rico, though, that they might be being able to field a roster once again. I'm going to reach out to Gizgab and see if I can find out what's going on with our Commonwealth there. But as we look, we're going to start out in Control today, Joshua. And it looks like it was between Busan and Ilios as our two maps. And I didn't see if they had chosen yet or not. It keeps flashing up and down on my Faceit page. So we'll see how they go. Still, I mean, based on 23's results, South America could have a very good dark horse to get 2 teams in.
Yeah, definitely. And like we were saying, you're talking about those 2 maps. It would be really, really crazy to see Busan. We have not seen that in competitive Overwatch in, it feels like, forever. I feel like it used to be like that second map behind Lijiang Tower that was always picked, and now just everyone hates Busan. And it'd be nice to see if we actually got to go.
I mean, it used to go Lijiang, then Busan, then Nepal. And now, like, Nepal is just the automatic, like, you can just chalk that in. If somebody bans out Lijiang, then you're automatically going to either Ilios or Nepal, and poor Busan's just been left out the whole. I'm so sad for it. It's such a good map. I don't understand why. I think it has to do a lot with meta and with players wanting to play on the ground, and having 1 or 2 vertical characters that can take a lot of space. The Vendetta right now, I mean, this is going to be my first chance to see Vendetta in a competitive sense. And I want to see if either of these 2 teams run the new Italian hero out there, because, man, I haven't had a chance to watch it. I'm so excited. This has been on my palette for the past week, and I am ready to get it done.
I'm hearing rumblings, right? And it's really it is a venture-driven meta at the moment, so we should be seeing some venture. Kizzo was playing that very well the previous show match for Costa Rica, but I'd assume we're going to see that at least banned once or twice during the show match.
Yep, looks like we do have our first pick in, and we are going to Lijiang Tower as our first map. We also have a hero band coming in. Sojourn will not be making the trip to China.
And that is Costa Rica banning first, so we'll see what Panama decides to ban in a second. And it looks like we got a full look at the rosters for the moment, with Catch coming in for the DPS line there for Costa Rica, with Benji, WedTube, Kizzo, and Artorias rounding out it.
Yeah, I'm interested to look at Tiger. Tiger has been a name that I have kind of seen pop up here and there. I've heard that Takeda is a very good player as well. So not a lot to go on from Panama. This is what the beauty of World Cup does. It brings countries together. It gives us a chance to spotlight some new talent. There might be some ballers in Panama, so we'll see how that goes. And once again, everybody, just a quick reminder: if you would prefer to hear this in Spanish, es disponible en español para los canales Team Costa Rica OW and Twitch. Es en vivo ahora. You can watch them there.
Well, so really, we only have to go off. The only thing we really have to go off of for Panama, right, is that last show match against Nicaragua, right? I mean, they didn't fund it. They haven't been able to field a team in anything else, at least on Wikipedia's side here. So that's definitely something to take into account, obviously, as well, with Nicaragua not having as good of a scene as well. But and I'm still very, very interested for a look at this roster.
Yeah, I'm super excited for this, to be quite honest with you. And I'm also, you know what? Now that you mentioned Artorias, this is going to be good. I think that we're going to have a chance maybe to see, like Castle back at the 23 qualifiers. Super Gomez really was kind of a star here from Colombia. We knew about him from collegiate, but like people like Castle and Angel came through, and we just had a chance to really see players kind of rise up here and really show their wares and make a big impression on scene. I know a lot of those players also came to play collegiate in America. Mm-hmm. So, this is a good chance, not only to show their wares for their country and maybe get themselves in line for a qualifying spot in the OWCC or OWWC 2026, but also colleges with the collegiate scene getting a huge boost at 100K for their championship. This is a good chance for them to show off and maybe get themselves recruited.
Yeah, right. That is always good, especially get a full ride from some of them, right? But we'll have to see, as it looks like, well, we're starting here on Control Center, Billy. And interestingly enough, right, besides, obviously the Venture, we're seeing some Zarya, and makes kind of sense, right? You want to be able to bubble that Venture going in.
Yep, looks like, maybe Costa Rica is going to show the Vendetta here in Kizco. So we're going to get a little bit of a mirror matchup here. Yeah, and we're going to see what Artorias can do here on the Zarya up against Dake.
That's what I meant. I did not mean Venture. I meant Vendetta. Oh, goodness, my brain is... they're both called Ven and Comp, so let's give me some slack here. As they're already looking to start us off, but yeah, the Vendetta gonna get that bubble from the Zarya, go in, and already Kale's taken down Takeda to start things off. Another pick coming in with Kale finding another one, and that should open us up for Team Costa Rica.
Yeah, it's the left control going in there from the Vendetta and just getting all that cleave damage in there. Really looking good there. Kind of held their position up at the top of the stairwell there. I think Dake and company really were a little bit tentative. Not sure what to expect coming around. I know they weren't expecting the Bastion to come out.
Definitely not, right? No one's ever really expecting a Bastion to come out against him, and Kale is making it work still. 4 kills already in the lobby. Make it 6 eliminations for Kale, with Kizzo finding Takeda there out as well. Up to 20% already for Costa Rica.
Yeah, this is going to be a lesson in how to rotate. I don't think you want to go through the main choke here and maybe give yourself a little bit of extra breathing room going through the upper ground. But there's the Bastion coming out right away.
Yeah, a lot coming in here. Kizzo down, though. Nice pick from Tiger, though. Is it going to be enough? No, you're going to fall off the side there, trying to get back into your drop ship. Not going to be able to do so. 44 and counting now for Costa Rica.
Yeah, they've got a sound barrier to work with as well, Joshua. Also, the Graviton Surge is going to be ready for Artorias as well. They might have something to go here, though. They're going to go ahead and lead off with their Kitsune Rush.
Yeah, but they're going to get caught up in the way of a Graviton Surge. Tiger is going to change out Artorias, though. Now the Sound Bayer coming in from Speed Boost, and that's going to help him take down Kizzo. And that should open things up here for Panama in the end, with Kale finally falling down. WebTube as well falling out, and that is Panama in control.
I mean, it was the later Kitsune Rush that really got them what they needed there. 73% on their first foray onto the point, though, so not bad from Costa Rica at all. But now you've got the Sundering Surge coming through from Takeda, as well as the Deadeye. How is Tiger going to play this?
You're going to have to see, right, as they're already walking in. Jake is all alone, and there is the ultimate coming in. Tiger and Takeda combo come through in the clutch for Panama, and that is going to start us off yet again with Panama holding strong.
I mean, that's a gong of death right there. I'd love to hear that first one here for Panama. But they're going to be going up against the Vendetta Ultimate coming up in the next fight. Nothing online, really, for the two teams. But look at what Artorias and Dake have done, respectively, since they had the dueling Graviton Surges. Dake is at 80% and ready to go.
Looking really good right now. Gotta take Dake out of this fight if you really want to have some of this. Here's the ult coming in from Kizzo already. Is he going to be able to enough? It's going to find Tiger very low, but the follow-up there is Kizzo going to be able to get into the back now with the Kitsune Rush. Should seal the deal for Costa Rica, getting back in control and in and nice and sturdy as it gets up to 62% for Panama, as Costa Rica are back in control.
I mean, you can lead off. You're going to have to lead off with this Graviton Surge. And then, I mean, does Antnox get the Kitsune Rush in there and be able to really, force their way out of this point? Because this forward positioning coming from Costa Rica is huge.
Artorias getting caught out there is huge, but Kale finds two in response. Antnox takes down Kale now with Kitsune Rush, but there's no one to touch in the end. And, hey, you know what? That might have been a big brain play from Artorias, right? Getting caught in the grab, bottling up that little choke way to get through. No one can get there, and you take round number one.
I mean, just the fact that Takeda couldn't even use their right click to get themselves to the point with their dash, because the headshots, I mean, there's three of them in that final fight from three different players. Benji, WebTube, and Gizko all got headshot kills there in the end. So now as we head to Night Market, well, Tiger's going to echo the Bastion pick, and we got mirrors coming out from, oh, no, we got a little bit of a Juno speed boost first from Antnox to try and get to the point first.
See how that works for him, right? As they are going to get to the point first here, but now it really matters. You use that a little bit of tech to get quicker. Are you going to be able to hold on to it, though, is the real question. Dake is throwing those right clicks pretty efficiently at the moment. Both teams opting for the Bastion this time, and Takeda comes in, starts it off, takes down Kale, but might have lost their own life. No, the peel is there from the rest of Team Panama, as that is going to start us off with a hold for Team Panama.
I mean, what have I always said? Speed kills. And that's exactly what happened there. They used that Juno tech to get themselves on to the point, and now they can set up their defense 20% and counting. Good start from both teams. You're looking at the Bastion v Bastion battle. The artillery strike will be coming in from both of them on the same pitch as right now. But Dake wants to get 20% ahead in the Graviton Surge generation.
Yeah, it's huge, right? Grav can really change a fight, but we'll see if it's going to matter or if Artorias can get back very quickly, as they're already chomping in a lot of damage there, as Kizzo now going to be able to run free with that full coming onto him, and that is going to take back the point in for Costa Rica, up to 47% though for Panama.
Not bad. Not bad at all for them going in there, but I mean, and Artorias has also closed the gap here, only 10% behind Dake, in that they also keep their energy. That's the big one. You're going to have the Kitsune Rush plus the Sundering Strike coming in from Gizko. This could be absolutely massive.
Well, there comes the sound barrier in from Speed Boost. Now Tiger is going to open things up. Kitsune Rush here, as well as the Sundering Blade out from Kizzo is going to take down the Bastion of Tiger. But now in response, Takeda drops their own. But is it going to be enough? They don't find any kills, and Kizzo is running wild on the Vendetta as Artorias takes down the remaining two for Costa Rica as they keep the hold going.
I mean, if you're looking for Takeda to try and get in the back line, Benji said, nah, I'm too slippery. You're not going to touch me with that. They're going to go ahead and surpass what Panama got on their first point there. And now you're looking at the artillery strike and the grab and surge combo. There it is from Kale. It is coming in.
Yeah, they just got diluted, and they invested their own Graviton Surge as well. It's just not what you wanted to see, right? So now you're losing more and more, and you're buying more and more time for Costa Rica as they're up to 65%, and they've still got the sound barrier to boot.
Yeah, I mean, Antnox also put out their Kitsune Rush in the middle of that. They thought they were going to be able to speed through it, and I mean, that grab was just absolutely picture-perfect take. In a whole world of hurt, they're going to have to really be aggressive with this artillery strike.
Yeah, and they've got it on to someone, but, well, the cleansing Suzu is not going to let them fall. Now they're going to go in, rotating pressure as that sound barrier comes through, and they're getting aggressive. But no, they didn't find any kills off the back of it, but Tiger finds one. Now you might be able to find a boop here if you're Benji, or you're going to fall down yourself. Nope, it's just not going to happen that way at all. The rest of your team is going to be able to stabilize, take the fight, and take the map in a 2-0 fashion.
I mean, good fights from Panama. I mean, you can see what they're trying to do. I just think that Costa Rica's paused right now. Here in the first chance at looking at Panama, I think that Costa Rica just has that little bit of extra underneath them right.
La jugada de la partida.
Good on the Vendetta, right? And obviously it we still don't know what the well, obviously we don't know what meta will be in August, but at the moment, I mean, if that Vendetta continues to stay very prevalent in Overwatch for the qualifiers that will be coming up quite soon here, I believe March is what I was
Yep.
is what I was told. Yes, March. So, hey, I mean, that's why I really like this Costa Rica team, is that sneaky number 4 squad coming in from the America roster. If this if Vendetta continues to be as prevalent as we're seeing right now.
I mean, Vendetta, it's almost like a mini tank. The way that I look at it, the ability to kind of, you know, it's looking like a mix of Genji, Brigitte, and Winston all in one, just because of the cleave when you get the spin in there. And they're just able to take so much damage. They're able to just hold their line in there. The Kirikos, I mean, if you're going in a mirror matchup, the Kirikos can basically sit back there and throw Affida at their Vendetta and just keep them completely safe. And when they put the overguard down, they're fine. They're fine. They're going to be completely fine. They can speed out of there with the Genji or with the Lucio boost out of there. So I mean, I think that we stick with that. I think that we stick there and continue on. So we'll see what Panama can do. Next map has been chosen. It's going to be Escort. We're headed to Monaco and Circuit Royale.
I mean, also to piggyback on what you were saying, right? I really like the Zarya coming in. Obviously, it could have just been for Li Zhang because of those first 2 maps, kind of brawly, right? But the idea of it's kind of just like you're Vendetta being kind of like a Winston in DPS form. It just kind of is that double bubble composition that we were seeing back in the Overwatch 1 days with the Zarya and Winston being so prevalent for a time, right? And that's really, and I mean, obviously, Zarya with any dive character, right? And getting all that charge for your tank as well, right? Zarya is a huge damage dealer when you can be at high charge. And it really showed in that first map. Artorias, right, doing a lot of work there on the Zarya, 8,000 damage done.
I mean, incredible stuff. And once again, you know, you think back, it harkens back to the double bubble days. I love those days. But I mean, if you look at how they kind of roll in there, you know, I was looking at what their tank was trying to do. I was trying to see, you know, what are we doing here? How are we going in? How are we going to get on top of them? And it seemed like they were trying to take Artorias out rather than going after the backline, which is what I think that they were going for, but they just weren't able to really connect the same combos that Kizco, Benji, and WedTube collectively were there. And then if there was any kind of trouble, Artorias was there with the saving bubble. So, like I said, I think it's just a little bit of polish there for that composition. But we have some substitutes coming in here for Team Panama. They're going to be on the attack first. Speed Boost, Conqueron, and Jazer coming in. Jazer's going to be on, look like the Doomfist, but we'll see what they actually come out with.
Yeah, I don't think Doomfist. I think Doomfist has been forgotten about. Vendetta killed him, and he's been forgotten about, right? So we're gonna have to see. I mean, obviously Sigma, very, very well known for Circuit Royale. Obviously, we're not going to be seeing that true double sniper because Widowmaker got banned out. And Wu Yang getting a ban, taking a seat as well. Interestingly enough, we did not see Wu Yang in that first map either. Just no one played him, even though Wu Yang, very, very prevalent as well right now.
I think it's, once again, the mobility, because you have the consistency of the speed boost coming from the Lucio. Also, you know, looking at, you know, how you can amp heals and move a whole team at the same time. So looks like the Echo's coming out, though, from them. So Sojourn Echo here for Panama. Yeah,
Sojourn Echo with a Zenyatta from Antnox here. Seeing Zen in 2026, not on my bingo card, but we'll see how Antnox does it. Obviously, rocking the Jonak skin, rocking the goat. We'll see if he can channel some. They can channel Zenya or Jonak in their gameplay here today. Nothing really going though for Panama at the moment.
No, I'm not sure about this pick, but I mean, you're looking to burst probably the tank down with the Discord orb, because it is still very, very powerful, especially if you use the perk to get the orb of Discord during your Transcendence. That is a massive ultimate perk coming through.
Ooh, man, well, Antnox is going to take down Kale early on. There's the Captive Sun out from WedTube in response and gets everyone on Panama low. And that should, yeah, it's going to be Costa Rica starting off strong here.
Well, I mean, you've got Amp Matrix from both sides, so that's a good starting point to kind of chunk down that barrier from Sigma. Jazer might be able to pull the trigger first. We'll see how that works out.
Yeah, I mean, obviously that can really help. And the good thing for Panama as well is they have this Transcendence for Artorias' Gridic Flux 2. There's the Flux coming out from Jazer. He is going to catch a couple people. It's going to catch Artorias in it, but they're going to stay alive. They've had the help of the Immortality Field. The Benji falling down now. Just have the Venture heals now, and you have to rotate away. The Healing Pylon out. Still trying to hold on, but they're going to have to back up for now.
Yeah, I mean, good sequence there, and the good thing is that they didn't put their Transcendence out either, so they still got that going. But RedTube was almost 70 or 75% towards our next Captain Sun. You got to be careful here.
Yeah, there's the there's a Dragon Strike out, and now Kizzo's found a headshot onto Tiger. There's the copy, but not going to find anything as the Overclock takes down Conqueror, and another one bites the dust. Antnox falling as well, and that should just be Costa Rica holding yet again with a light headshot onto Jazer.
Sure, and I mean, we got about 75 seconds left here in their attack phase. They still have their Overclock. They've still got this Transcendence as well. I'm not sure why they didn't use it. I think now they're going to save it for Captive Sun as it comes in from WedTube. The Ilari play from WedTube is absolutely disgusting so far.
Really good stuff. But hey, Conqueror making the swap over to the Hanzo, making it a shot, taking down Kizzo. Now you can get this opportunity to come back in here. Artorias falls down. Tiger finding that kill. Now you have to retreat fully here if you're Costa Rican. It looks like finally Panama gonna be breaking open this defense.
And Nox has forgotten how to use the Q key. Hasn't really found anything that was worthy of using it. That'll be point A taken care of. Now they're gonna have to try and take the space around the chicane. Do you keep Antnox up front if things get dicey, just to make sure that you gather the space that they're trying to play?
Let's see here now as we're going to, well, perhaps get something started quite soon. Conqueror looking to build that up, but there is the Gravitic Flux out as they're gonna get stunned up, taken down out of mid-air by that rock coming in from Artorias, but still Kale falling down. So, well, Panama continues to walk forward here. Kizzo falling.
I mean, on the back of only one ultimate, that is extreme economy there. And I mean, they're going to have a lot to play for as they get inside the hotel, because it's not that far of a trek now. Can you hold the point here? Here goes the Dragon Strike out.
Dragon Strike in, and it's going to buy some time, buy some space. It splits up Costa Rica as well. You're going to have to get a touch here. You don't have Immortality Field either to force a touch out. Costa, there's the Gravitic Flux in there. Transcendence finally coming out from Antnox on the point. You're going to buy some time. Now Captive Sun in response, though, from WedTube to keep going. And Sunstruck does take down 3. What a good play coming in from WedTube, holding out strong for Team Costa Rica and keeping them at the doorstep.
WedTube says, you know what, hold my beer. I got this. The Artorias Gravitic Flux really didn't get a lot, but the WedTube, when they slammed down, hit him with the Captive Sun, the Transcendence had already worn off at that point. They were just sitting ducks, and they cleaned up on the back of it.
And then Kale as well, having the OC available in a second here, could really seal the deal. As Kizzo made the swap over to the Genji, still alive somehow. Style Kale is dropped out that overclock, and they've dropped 2 already. Can they make it more? WedTube finding 2 as well, and a nice dash to finish off speed boost there from Kizzo as Costa Rica are on the brink of the hold of point 2.
Yeah, but I mean, they've got Gravitic Flux, they're going to have this OC as well, so nothing in the bank here for the Costa Rican, so this is going to be fought in the neutral.
Definitely is. It definitely is indeed. But, well, they're buying their time. They've got 13 seconds to make their move here. Does Panama, like you said, the Flux is going to be the one to start offense. Tiger also now has that opportunity to use that overclock, and it's coming out here and now. But Antnox is the one to fall first. Tiger looking for a kill, looking to turn the tide for Panama, but it's going to be Conquering, finding that arrow, finding Kale out, Ant Matrix in as well, but Kizzo is in the back now the grab comes out as well. WedTube finds another kill with the Captive Sun, and that is going to be the hold coming in for Costa Rica.
6 Captive Sun kills for WedTube in their defense. That is some serious firepower, Joshua, and just waiting for the cooldowns to come out, waiting for that lamp to dissipate or be knocked out, and they're just having a field day. It's like shooting ducks here for WedTube on the Iari. Conqueror, though, has really impressed me here in this in their substitution coming in here. Definitely had a shaky performance on the Echo, but when they swapped over to the Archer, things turned around very nicely for them. I'd like to see them get a little more aggressive with the Transcendence. That's the only other real catch for me, is they could have, won a couple of fights, but they just didn't have it available for them. That Captive Sun came out. I mean, credit to Costa Rica. Their ultimate patience right now is absolutely sublime.
And I don't know. Obviously, they're still probably trialing people, but through 3 show matches so far, it's been these 5 players through and throughout. So and this might be just the team that they're going to be sticking with. I mean, it's working well for them, right? They've got they look really comfortable together, and like you said, their ultimate patience really showing and able to win that fight in the end is really something as well.
I am most interested to see this fight between Conqueron and Kizco, and well, Kizco gets first blood.
Yeah, already starting off with a couple Sonic heroes taking them down, and then are going to be able to move forward, and that's a lot of space. Artorias is doing so aggro here, pushing all the way up to around the boutique already, up to that second corner. Shooting and buys a lot of space and a lot of time. 3 minutes on the board, and they're already close to the end of first. But obviously that doesn't matter until a fight has been won. They're looking to get it going, as there's the healing pylon gone for Panama at the moment. Now another one bites the dust, and Ant knocks down, and Kale making some waves for Costa Rica now as they find a 3 in that fight, looking for maybe some more, but it's going to be Artorias cleaning up Tiger. The team kill comes through from Costa Rica.
Yep, Costa Rica is good. You know what? I was been, kind of chiming the Kizco bail. Kale has been silently carrying this team, and look at how aggro they are. They know that they've got the healing. They know that they've got this shield rotation around. And look at the placement. I mean, absolutely filthy from WedTube. They're going to have to be very careful as they try to approach.
Guys are going to keep on moving forward, and I mean, I love this aggressive hold coming in from Costa Rica, right? They're trying to take as much space without letting anything come in from Panama. Now there comes the WedTube ultimate out yet again, holding, and they do get a lot of value yet again. Tigers down. Now they might be able to find some more, as there goes Antnox as well, falling down. Kale finding 2 with their overclock, and that might just be all she wrote for Circuit Royale.
And Benji didn't even feel the need to be in the fight. Just needed 3 of them on the point. Here comes the Dragon Strike onto the point. Actually, going to make him come through, but the answering Dragon Strike is going to clear that out. Joshua, 2-0 lead here to Costa Rica in our show match for this evening. You see flashes of brilliance coming from Panama, right? But Costa Rica just looks like they know what they're doing, and they know what kind of identity they have for their national team.
They're a really polished roster right now. It would at least looks like on paper. Obviously, we won't know how polished they will and are until they face some juggernauts like, a Brazil, like an Argentina, like a Mexico, something like that. Yeah, I said Brazil already, but we won't know until then, right? Because they're currently playing some regions that aren't really known for their esports, but from what we're seeing from them right now, like I said during the map, they're a really polished looking roster.
That's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at the polish, and I haven't had a chance to see some of the South American teams. I know that Brazil is going to be very, very tough to displace out of that 3rd place, like the tier break for the Americas. I've always had Brazil kind of higher than all the other teams in Latin and South America, just because of how close they are, how much they practice together. I mean, they play in Faceit League together a lot. Even if they don't play together, they are playing against each other. So, I mean, the steel is sharpening the steel south of the border. I just want to see, like I said, this 4th spot, Joshua, coming out of the Americas, it is anybody's game right now. If you can get the right composition, if you can get the practice in there, if you can get the international jitters out of the way, and you can play some solid 5v5 Overwatch, anybody could make that 4th spot. And it's anybody's to take, and that's why these show matches are so important. Yes, there's really nothing on the line here, but there's so much more on the line coming down the road in March when we start having these online qualifiers.
Yeah, definitely. And obviously, if we're going to talk about Group of Senju, the last time, right? The last for the South America one, right? It was Brazil, then Chile, and I mean, obviously, it's a show match, and it was first to 3, but Costa Rica handled them pretty well. I don't know if that's going to be the Chile. Obviously, there were some players that were in the Group of Senju Copa America that weren't at that show match, but still, I think you've got to be really riding high on this Costa Rica roster. And I'm not a betting man, but I would maybe place a futures bet on this Costa Rica roster at the moment.
I can't go against you on that one. Based upon what I've seen so far, based upon their show matches, when I've had a chance to check in on them and go back and look at some of the POVs, I think that if you're looking at the dynamic duo for this Costa Rica team, I talked about Benji, I talked about Wenshu, but especially Wenshu being kind of the star of this team. Artorias might be the dark horse, that next big thing that comes out of South America and Central America. And I've just been absolutely gobsmacked with the trust in the team that Artorias has. Knows that they can just walk. Knows that they can just walk and get themselves on. And that's what you'd love to see. You'd love to see them come through and really show their wares on this stage. Kings Row is going to be our next map. Obviously, as you guys see London here in front of us. And what we want to see now is, we got a Zarya ban here. So they're not going to have that. And Vendetta's gone as well. So that combo is going to be gone. So where do we go from here? Do we keep playing with the Sigma? Do we bring the Orisa in here? Is this where we get to see Venture come out? I mean, there's so many things that you could run here. We'll see what this team works with. Well, it looks like Dake is back in on the tank. So we will now take a look and see Diva v Diva. It appears to be what the choice for tanks is going to be. We'll see what Conqueron does here off of the Symmetra once they get up that, because Tiger has shown some really good headhunting skills. Kisco's going to have to keep their head on the swivel.
And obviously, before we get into it, right, I'm looking back at the NA portion of the Copa America, and this roster, besides the backline, completely different for Costa Rica, and it's really giving them definitely a better look this time around than we saw in the Copa America for NA when they came 5th, 6th, right? So right now, we'll have to see if that can continue or if they keep riding this high. But right now, already the fight breaking out here as Dake is super low at the moment. He's going to get healing, going to get that health pack in that room right there. But Tiger finds the shot already. A huge pick. Wu Yang down for the count. And now it could really put some pressure on the rest of Costa Rica if Panama really wants to, and it seems they're going to. Now they've got some sentry turrets on the board.
Yep, they're looking to get Artorias out of that mech. They're going to have first positioning here, looking for what Kisco can do on the side. Hiding in small room here inside of Wentworth or Alderworth. They actually get a 1.5 here.
Yeah, 1.5, and Artorias is demeched now as well. And this is not looking good. Well, Kizzo does find Conqueror, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Maybe it is. Benji on the Wu Yang finds a pick now. Another one comes in from Artorias. And just when I think they're down for the count, Costa Rica battles back and throws a haymaker.
And I mean, it was because of Benji, right? So Benji comes in and starts getting the kills. And then you're looking, is Dake going to walk back to the team? They went pursuing different targets instead of staying together. That's why they got on points so well. Because if they held together as a team, they used that sim turret to get them, or the sim teleporter to get themselves on high ground and be able to rotate around. They've got to keep up with that. But that's a big pick there, taking Kisco off the board.
It is indeed. It is indeed. Tidal Blast available though from Benji now, so it can really help turn the tide, if you will. For Costa Rica's then, and it's going to use it already coming in. Self-destruct comes through from Dake. I don't know if it was a remech or what, but now the photon barrier coming in, and that's all signs go for Panama to take this fight. But I don't know, it doesn't really give you the split you were hoping for. There's the self-destruct in on the point and has to reset on the map now, coming back into it with the overclock from Kale, pushing back Panama for the time being, and Kizzo finding these kills, these dive heroes for Kizzo. Really strong.
I mean, mobility once again, and the ability to deflect some of these shots back from Tiger as well. So, I mean, if you're looking up right now, you've got sound barrier and the overclock ready to go. Everything else is out the bank. So, you know, you've got to hold this speed boost sound barrier in for the Dragon Blade.
Overclock in from Tiger. Now they've got the sound barrier as well, and it's going to be dropped on the beat right when they get that Dragon Blade, and Conqueror gonna just lock them down immediately. Now this has to be where Panama takes us back, as WedTube's fouled, but Dake is very low. Nox really just able to stay alive. Chill headhunting, looking for that kill is Artorias, but a nice peel coming in. Still looking for the kill. Are they gonna be able to find it? They get the DMAC, but they still lose the point in the end as Panama takes it.
WedTube is absolutely insane, and you've got Benji on the high ground behind them. They don't even know the Wuyong is behind them. My goodness, almost has another Tidal Blast ready to go as well.
Yeah, and they're gonna have to be careful because obviously there's some turrets still up and going. But now we'll see if they're going to be able to keep this momentum. Is Panama, as now there's a Kitsune Rush coming out, and Benji from the back taking us down Tiger with a Guardian Wave, and now another one comes through, and another pick and a hold. Archway can start for Costa Rica.
I mean, I'm surprised that they didn't hold the Baby Diva for at least a couple of seconds. But now they're going to take a little bit of a split approach here, looking for Kizco up on top. WedTube's up there is having a lot of fun. Still has the Swift Step to get away. But you're looking at Bomb and the Photon Barrier once again, as well as a Kitsune Rush for Antbox. Benji, though, they've got their ultimate ready to go.
Do indeed, as now there's the Kitsune Rush, but Tiger is down. Benji assassinating them, taking him out. Photon Barrier in from Conqueror is gonna split the point up for the moment, but not going to be enough to really turn the tide, as Antnox does find Benji. Sound barrier in, Struck coming in. They getting back into mechas now. A supercharged Conqueror is on the point and ready for action, trying to stabilize. There's a self-destruct that does get the mount of Dake. Now that can be the go sign to retake this point if you're Costa Rica. No real presence, no tank on the point here for the time being, but you're gonna retreat back, wait for your response.
Yeah, I mean, smart, a little disengaged there coming from them. They know that they have the Dragon Blade. This time there isn't a sound barrier to protect them.
And that's going to take down Dake. Now looking for more. They've got Conqueror out, and that is where you stop them yet again at that first corner by Books.
I mean, it all started from Benji's ultimate. Once again, being sneaky in the back line, getting an assassination, and then moving through again. They're not afraid to press Q. They are very proactive with it, and they're going to have WedTube's Kitsune Rush ready to go. Tiger needs to get something big with this upcoming OC.
Yes, now we'll see like you were talking about, this overclock needs to be massive from Tiger, but they've already lost the mech of Dake. Now you have to be picture perfect if you're Tiger, but already getting pressured out. Artorias seals the deal. It looks like it's all over now for Panama. They've still got the opportunity if they could try to find a change, but it's just not going to matter any longer. Overtime ticking away. It's Dake just left, and they're dealt with swiftly as Team Costa Rica holds it at the bookshop.
The pushes that we see come from Panama, right? When they coordinate as one, and they really look for that back line, is where I'm finding that they have their best success. they have to be cognizant. If they're not seeing 4 people in front of them, they have to know that Benji is playing mind games with them. Because Benji is not afraid to take a flank. They know that they've got the wherewithal and the stamina to stay through these fights and be able to kind of absorb what's coming into them. They have that mobility once again that they can use to get out of danger. You can also have the swift step coming in from the Kiriko to kind of support that. These two are bloodthirsty supports here for Costa Rica. To make no mistake about that. Got to have a little bit of change here. I think they stayed on the sim a little too long. It did help in taking care of the mech of Artorias, right? But I don't think it did enough on the backside of it. I think that if you run a May here, you run a Venture, or even Vendetta is not available right now. So I mean, the May would have been a better choice to swap off of, give yourself a little bit of extra healing, ability to wall off. Some of the healing coming in, because Artorias once again was just standing there and taking a beating, and Wedtube and Benji, were taking care of the tank and then dealing with the rest of the team.
I think my biggest problem with that Symmetra was the photon barriers, right? I mean, they weren't getting the value that we can see from high level Symmetras, right? Especially that first one on first point, right? Barely split. Didn't even split the point in half, right? You didn't get even a look to go on there to force the point, and that was one of the failures for Panama in that. But we'll see if they can hold out here. Dake's already out of mech here, Billy. That's not what you want to see if you're a Panamanian fan. Sartorius is now taking the high ground away, and that should really put Costa Rica up for some success here.
I mean, what I'm seeing right now is Panama is kind of mirroring when we have these turn-based rounds. It looks like Panama is trying to copy what Costa Rica's done for their homework, and it's just not working yet.
Yeah, right. I mean, the best teams can do that, but if you're not practiced on a composition, you got to run with your bread and butter. What you practice for it is Kizzo's already found 2, and that should be point 1 going to Costa Rica when they clean up Conquerant.
Yeah, but I mean, that's a 5-minute time bank to get it halfway through, basically through the archway and around the first corner at the bookstore, and you are on to match point. But my goodness, I mean, this is what we've been looking for. We've been looking for a team to really kind of stamp themselves as a dark horse runner, and I think that's what Costa Rica's doing right now. The polish is too good, and I mean, you're looking at Wedtube, the star of this team. Artorias right now is making so much noise for me that I can't deny hearing them. Kale might be one of the best shots in this region, though. I'm looking at basically from LATAM in Brazil. I'm looking at, who am I looking at? I know Volato from Mexico on that level.
Yeah, as Dake is going to take Kale out of the fight, though, so already starting us off well for Panama at the moment. 4 minutes now on the board as Conquerant finding another kill out for Panama as they look to complete a fuller hold on this point.
So you've got Wu Yang Ultimate versus a Sound Barrier here for the two teams. Sound Barrier obviously is going to get more AoE effect, but I mean, I want to see how these blades go out. Give me this fight. Let us see them go in.
Now coming in, there's the blade out from Kizzo, and they're looking for someone. They get Tiger out. Sound Barrier comes through as Benji finds Antnox out. Now as Jake running for the hills, overclock in from Kale as well, and that should wrap us up here, Billy, as D-Mech comes through, the remech in as Jake gonna try for a touch, but they cannot get there in the end, as that is Costa Rica taking map number 3.
I mean, that's pretty comprehensive there. A 5 minute forward time bank going through. But here's Benji once again in this beautiful legendary skin. My goodness, they knew it from the back, and I mean, just the aim. These, like I said, these Costa Rican backlines is absolutely bloodthirsty, and I love to see it.
Yeah, and obviously I talked about the Copa America for NA that Grupo Senju did, and Costa Rica did take part, right? But they only came fifth, tied for fifth, sixth, right? They did not put up a good showing. So they kind of just threw everyone out from that roster previously. There's still some players, right, that are coming back from it. As it's Monster still on the roster for them. Spooky's there as well, who's the tank
Modelo.
player. Yeah, to hello. They're there, right? But Yodelo's still there. Tulho as well. They're all there from that roster, but they've brought in these three. They've brought in Kizzo, they've brought in Artorias, and they've brought in Kale. And it really just kind of turns this entire dynamic of this roster in a complete 180, and they're looking a lot deadlier now. I'm just excited for this roster.
I think everybody is excited for this roster right now. I think that they have shown that they've got some chops. I would really see them go up against like a Chile or a Peru right now. I don't know.
They did.
If they did.
They played Chile last 2 weeks ago. Last week.
Okay. Yeah, that was the one I missed.
Yeah.
And they won.
Yeah.
I mean, Chile was like, I had it ranked, and I was talking about it during the Copa America, and I had it right now. It was Brazil, as far as South America, Brazil. Then, because Colombia doesn't have Super Copa, they don't have hardly any of their roster anymore. So I put Peru next, and then it was a toss-up between Argentina and Chile. But now I got to throw Costa Rica in there because holy cow, like this is lights out stuff from them. Like we're looking at 3 big stars right now, in addition to the other 2 that were already there. Mm-hmm. This is a 5-pack of stars here for this Costa Rican team. Team Costa Rica might be the dark horse that gets that 4th spot.
I'd have to agree with you, right? And we're talking, we already knew the names of WedTube, right? They're already in collegiate. They're playing for they're playing for Briarcliff as well. Yes. Benji also on Briarcliff as well. But again, it's always great. That's what Overwatch World Cup really brought for the community, right? These unknown names. Obviously, I feel like I know Kizzo from somewhere. That's the one person I feel like I know from somewhere, whether it be Twitter or some other tournament like CGL or something like that. But goodness, Artorias is the person that's come out of nowhere for me.
Yeah, I've never heard of Artorias. Kizzo, I don't know. As far as seeing them, I don't remember seeing them in any of the Faceit League. I'd have to go back and look through my notebooks, but I don't remember Izzo off the top of my head. But like Kale, I've never heard of them either. Absolutely dirty hit scan player. Kizzo seems like the Swiss Army knife as far as DPS. And then WedTube and Benji, they can rock a double flex, they can rock double mains if they want to. They have the ability to run whatever they want and pretty much get away with it. So if we're looking at it that way, like I think that the replacement, and if I'm looking at past results, like Hodelo was spotty, hit or miss. Really had good games, and in some games they just couldn't find a shot. And I'm not saying that because they were bad. I'm just saying it was because of the level of competition that they were up against. I think that's maybe, what do we see if they go up against Team Peru? I mean, Peru was now my 2nd place team because of Argentina, because of Colombia. I think that they actually have an honest chance here to just upset the entire region.
So I think I do know Kizzo. I think they've played in better academy.
No way.
I think they're a console watch player, an old console watch player. almost 100%, or at least 95% sure that they're a console watch player, or at least an X1. And that just makes everything so much better for me.
Well, we get a second look at this, Joshua, at this Zarya Vendetta composition that we saw in Lijiang. We might be ending up the day with it. We're going to see what Conqueron can get done that their predecessor was not able to.
Yeah, we'll have to see now as already into the back line goes Kizzo. They're looking for a kill on to, well, no, not going to be able to. The peel there from Antnox coming through in the end. As now it is going to be Panama starting us off on this fight.
Yeah, I mean, that's actually a really good target focus there. They took care of Artorias after the bubbles were expended. They just collapsed on top of 4 Artorias and they were gone. Now it's going to be a race to get back together as a full 5 because they fight as 5. They fight best as 5. Now we'll see. You know, what are we working here? Dake, once again, 30% ahead of Artorias. This is just like Lijiang Tower. It's going to be the team fights that matter the most, though.
Yeah, as we're going to go into the engagement now as Conqueron on the stairs. Gonna fall down, though, so that should open up for Costa Rica as Dake gets taken down. A nice headshot from Kale coming through as now walking forward. Back in control of the bot is Costa Rica.
I mean, Joshua, that was not a headshot. That was an assassination as Kale or as Dake was trying to get away. Kale just says, I've got a full charge and you're retreating. I'm going to hit you in the back of the head. Absolute executioner style. We might see Gravity Surge come out from Dake here. It's going to be all about, can they get enough charge and get enough right clicks in?
As now we come through into this Kale already up to the overclock, ready to start us off. Artorias is going to rotate back. They're going to get caught in. Speed Boost takes down Benji, and now Artorias has fallen. A nice opening here for Panama to take back and keep their lead on Coliseo.
They hold on to quite a bit also. They're going to have the overclock and this sound barrier to kind of make their way through. They've got a 20-meter lead, and they're going to grow it here.
Yes, now come into this next. Kale's already starting us off with 2 kills with the overclock. And yeah, there goes Tiger just heading back to spawn. A great opening for Costa Rica.
I mean, once you answered the Kitsune Rush in the previous fight, but the fact that they only expend the overclock there from Kale. So, I mean, you're looking at the Dead Ultimate, you're looking at Sound Barrier once again. I mean, you've got 3 for Panama as they come to this fight. But it's the Gravity Surge, I think, is going to be the big fighter.
Now we go into this, right? There's a play already out. Oh, the ultimate's coming on, but Kizzo's the one to start us off here. Conqueron already out. There's the grab out, and it's going to lock down 3. A nice play. Follow-up coming in from Kale and Co. as that's the team kill. There's the there's the lead taken, and the forward spawns captured by Costa Rica.
I mean, my God. What a grab there from Artorias. Really held on to it long. They lost the first 2 fights pretty handily. But man, on the flip there, Conqueron was not getting away from Kizzo. Absolute great target focus there from the Vendetta for Costa Rica.
Now we go into the next play here as they're already starting us off. Costa Rica looking to start us, but there's Artorias taken down. Tiger starting us off yet again for Panama. Tiger continuing to put on a show for Panama as the team kill comes through.
I mean, they closed the gap on the Kale as well. So this is good stuff. This is a great fight win for them. Now they can look to push up here. I think that you take halfway and then you reset your cooldowns and then go in for your next fight because you're going to have Antnox and the Kitsune Rush in this next fight.
As now we come into this next fight here. As already Kizzo finding a shot, taking down Dake, and that is going to put Costa Rica on the front foot yet again. again. As they do not currently have the bot. They're currently not moving the bot, but that don't really matter when you're finding all the kills you need. Now you can find the bot and bring it back your direction.
I would like to know who the in-game caller is. I'm wondering if it's Benji that's calling for these speed boosts to go in there, because just like with Lijiang Tower here in Coliseo, it's the same thing once again.
As now they come in for the play. They look to start us off. Artorias. They're going to be investing the grab here. So it's going to find 2. Now you can take the bot back in your way, but Benji's found a pick, and now you're going to use the sound barrier as well, right in the face of the enemy, sticking it. And now you're going to look to keep the hold going, as there is 2 coming in from Benji. The hold on for Costa Rica.
What a ballsy play as well. They were down 2. They said, you know what? We got sound barrier. We got a fully charged Zarya. We're going to go ahead and keep that.
Definitely now. They come in for the sound barrier in from Speed Boost. There's the grab out, though, as well as the Sundering Blade. Down goes Panama, as that is a huge play. Yet again, Kizzo showing up on the vendetta. Team kill in Costa Rica down, and they are finished yet again. 4-0 in this show match.
Absolutely phenomenal from Costa Rica. That is so good. That is so good. Kizzo is absolutely good stuff there coming through them. This Graviton Surge Sundering Blade combo was absolutely dirty. Poor Dake knew they were dead to right, sir. They just did not worry about it. Yes, you're absolutely right. He did play in CGL. He played in CGL.
Knew it.
What? Oh my God, Console Watch returns. We love it.
Better Academy too. Crazy. Oh, that's crazy. Goodness gracious. Yeah, that's insane. And I mean, we've been saying it, and we've been seeing it for a while now. And we were talking about Marvel Rivals earlier, right? Like, all the top players in Marvel Rivals used to be console Overwatch players.
Yep.
I mean, goodness, right? Console Watch always on top.
I mean, we're both Console Watch alums, and absolutely love what seeing people growing up from that and being able to move into other arenas here, especially Face It League, on the computer, on PC. This is fantastic. It just warms my heart to see so many alums having good careers here. But let's get back to the subject at hand here. Costa Rica is going to be a force to be reckoned with, Joshua, because they play as a 5-man unit, and they have some serious cojones when they are going into some of these fights. They don't have any fear. And I think that's something that you have to have going into these online qualifiers is if you have an opportunity, you have to take your shot. And that's what we saw time and time again with this Costa Rica team is they had a plan. They said, let's go. They execute the plan. They move on.
This is funny. I'm sorry. I've been hung up on the Kizzo thing. And right. And you know what team he played for?
What team did he play for?
He played for one of the Ignition rosters.
No way. Carrots teams. It was Munchie Carrots teams. Oh my God. Okay. All right. Well, that just makes them even cooler now because Nick is good people and Munchie Carrot had a great org there, has a great org there still. But I mean, yeah. I mean, coming up from CGL, now playing in World Cup qualifying show matches. I mean, it's the dream. It's the dream, and getting a play for your country just throws an extra feather into the cap. But man, Joshua, that's it for tonight. I mean, good stuff from both teams. It's a good first outing for Panama. They didn't take a map, but they did show some promise, and they did give us a chance to kind of get to know their personality. They do like to copy their opponent's homework sometimes. I think that they need to worry about their own focus for their compositions. Yeah. And not try to mirror. But I mean, Coliseo, while it did snowball there in the end, they had a couple of good fights there in the neutral when ultimates weren't necessarily handy. That's a good mark of a team, is that they can win some of these fights in the neutral. That's what I would need to see them. I need to see them. We were talking about ultimate tolerance and ultimate patience from Costa Rica. I think that they need to be a little bit more bold and not hold on to ultimates as long. But we'll see. We'll see. Hopefully, we'll get a chance to get them on the stream again and see what kind of work they can put in and take a look at the VOD and really be good. So we do have confirmation of our next show match. That's going to be Argentina versus Costa Rica. Costa Rica is going to be. This is going to be a good one.
Yeah.
Okay, because I remember Argentina from the online qualifiers. I remember them from Copa America. So this is, I think, the benchmark match, Joshua. I think this one is where we see how they fare south of their borders. They're crossing through Panama into actual South America. This is going to be Central versus South America here. This would be, I think, for me, if they do what they have been doing to these teams, I think that they have this will solidify as that dark horse runner for me. I personally think that they could probably get fourth right now. But if they destroy Argentina, that's going to be a whole different can of worms.
Yeah, definitely. I'm really excited to see, because Argentina, like we were talking about, kind of has that the pedigree of past, and has a pretty well-defined pro scene, which these two teams, obviously Chile last week, kind of there as well, but didn't have their A roster playing for them. But Argentina is definitely going to be the chance to really see where they rank for that fourth, maybe even third spot. Obviously, that's pushing it because, like we were saying, Brazil kind of that the gatekeeper of NA South, of the Americas, right? Between Canada and America or US in general. So we'll see where Costa Rica follows from then on.
Yeah, I think that we'll take a look. I mean, it's next Saturday. It's going to be the next show match, and I mean, I'm going to be really looking into Argentina to see. They're going to have to come with their A squad here. Teams are going to have to know that this Costa Rica team is not messing around. They are in it to win it. They are here to show who they are and represent their country. I can't wait. This is going to be a very good next show match coming up for them.
It really will be. It really will be. So make sure to either follow myself or Chef Billy on Twitch, or the group who sends you Twitch as well. And then make sure to follow on Twitter, Joker's Ransom, Chef Billy, group who sends you, for more information when we're going live and all that. But other than that, Billy, do you have anything more to say?
No, I mean, we're coming up on it now. I mean, these online qualifiers are going to be happening here very, very shortly. I think we're maybe 6 or 7 weeks. I'm not really trying to throw the 6, 7 out there, but I literally think it's 6 or 7 weeks away. So, I mean, this is the time to get yourself in the line. This is the time for these teams to really polish up and be ready for those online qualifiers.
Definitely. Again, thank you all for watching. It's been me, Joker's Ransom, him, Chef Billy, William Mundi on the production end. Thank you all for watching, and wherever you are in the world, have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. They're both called Ven and Comp, so let's give me some slack here, as they're already looking to start open us up for Team Costa Rica.
Yeah, I mean, it's the left control going in there from the Vendetta and just getting all that cleave.
4 kills already in the lobby for. I'm sorry, make it 6 eliminations for Kale, with Kizzo finding Takeda there out as.
There's the Bastion has been coming on right away.
Yeah, a lot coming in here. Kizzo down, though. Nice pick, able to do so. 44 and counting now for Costa Rica.
Yeah, they've got a sound barrier to work with as well, Joshua. Also, the sound, the gravity.
And that should open things up here for Panama in the end, with Kale finally falling down. WebTube as well.
From Costa Rica at all. But now you've got the Sundering Surge coming through from Takeda, as well as the Deadeye. How is Tiger going to play this?
Tiger and Takeda combo come through in the clutch for Panama, and that is going to start us off yet again with Panama.
And Dick have done respectively since they had the dueling Graviton Surges. Dick is at 80% and ready to go.
Looking for Costa Rica getting back in control and and nice and sturdy as it gets up to 62% for
this forward positioning coming from Costa Rica
Ooh.
is huge.
Artorias getting caught out there is huge, but Kale finds two in response.
Yeah, and so now as we head to Night Market, well, Tiger's going to echo the Bastion pick, and we got mirrors coming out from. Oh no, we got
takes down Kale, but might have lost their own life. No, the peel is there from the rest of Team Panama. And really change a fight, but we'll see if it's going to matter or if Artorias can get back very quick. Costa Rica up to 47% though for Panama.
not bad at all for them going in there. But I mean, and Artorias is also.
Kizzo is going to take down the Bastion of Tiger, but now in response, Takeda drops their own. But is it going to be enough?
Oh, there it is from Kale. It is coming in.
Yeah, they just got diluted, and they invested their own Graviton Surge as well. Impressive, but no, they didn't find any kills off the back of it. But Tiger finds one. Now you might be able to find a boop here if you're Benji, or you're gonna.
The first chance at looking at Panama, I think that Costa Rica just has that little bit of extra underneath them right.
La jugada de la partida.
I think it's once again the mobility, because you had the consistency of the speed boost coming from the Lucio. Also, you know, looking at, you know, how you can amp heals and move.
Rocking the Jonak skin, rocking the goat. We'll see if he could channel some. They can channel Zenya or Jonak
Coming through.
Ooh, and well, Antox is going to take down Kale early on. There's the Captive Sun out from WebTube in response. Panama, as well as they have this Transcendence for Artorias' Gridic Flux 2. There's the Flux coming. Kizzo's found a headshot onto Tiger. There's the copy, but not going to find anything as the Overclock takes down Conqueror, and another
From WedTube. The Alari play from WedTube is absolutely disgusting so far.
really good stuff. Perhaps get something started quite soon. Conqueror looking to build that up, but there is the Gravitic Flux out. Buy some space, it splits up Costa Rica as well. You're gonna have to get a touch here. You don't have Immortality Field. The Gravitic Flux in there. Transcendence finally coming out from Antnox on the point. You're gonna buy some time. Now Captive Sun in response though from WedTube.
The Artorias Gravitic Flux really didn't get a lot, but the
Genji is still alive somehow. Stylecale is dropped out that overclock, and they've dropped two already. Can they make it more offense? Tiger also now has that opportunity to use that overclock, and it's coming out here and now. But Austin well, but Kizzo is in the back now. Now the grab comes out as well. WedTube finds another kill with the Captive Sun, and that is look really comfortable together. And like you said, their ultimate patience really showing and able to win that fight in the end is really something as well.
I am most interested.
Now another one bites the dust, and Antnox is down, and Kale making some waves for Costa Rica now as they find a three. As they're going to keep on moving forward, and I mean, just I love this aggressive hold coming in from Costa Rica, right? They've got, they're trying to take as much as there goes Antnox as well, falling down. Kale finding two with their overclock, and that might just be
Out Joshua 2-0 lead here to Costa Rica in our show match for this evening. You see flashes of brilliance coming from Panama, right? But Costa Rica just looks like they know what they're doing and they know what kind of an identity they have.
Polished roster right now. It would at least looks like on paper. Obviously, we won't know how polished they will. I'm looking back at the NA portion of the Copa America, and this roster, besides the backline, completely different for Costa Rica, and it's really giving them a definitely a better look. Super low at the moment. He's gonna get healing, gonna get that health pack in that room right there. But Tiger finds the shot already. A huge pick
to get Artorias out of that mech. They're going to have first positioning here, looking for what Kizco can do on the side, hiding in small room here.
Back and throws a haymaker.
And I mean, it was because of Benji, right? So Benji comes in and starts getting the kills.
If it was a remech or what, but now the photon barrier coming in, and that's all signs go for Panama to take this fight. But I don't know, it doesn't.
So I mean, if you're looking up right now, you've got sound barrier and the overclock ready to go. Everything else is out the bank. So you know you've got to hold this.
Take is very low. Nox really just able to stay alive. Chill headhunting, looking for that kill is Artorias, but a nice.
And you've got Benji on the high ground behind them. They don't even know the Wuyong is behind them. My goodness.
The back taking a down Tiger with a Guardian Wave, and now another one comes through, and another pick and a hold. Archway.
They're ultimate ready to go.
Do indeed is now. There's the Kitsune Rush, but Tiger is down. Benji assassinating. Real presence, no tank on the point here for the time being, but you're going to retreat back, wait for your respawns.
Yeah, I mean, smart, a little disengaged there coming from.
This overclock needs to be massive from Tiger, but they've already lost the mech of Dake. Now you have to be perk sharp. You could try to find a change, but it's just not going to matter any longer. Overtime ticking away. It's Dake just left, and they're dealt with swiftly. Barely split. Didn't even split the point in half, right? You didn't get even a look to go on there to force the point. And that was one of the failures for Panama in that. But we'll see if they can really put Costa Rica up for some success here.
I mean, what I'm seeing right now is
the best teams can do that, but if you're not practiced on a composition, you got to run with your bread and butter. What you practice for it is Kizzo's R.
As a dark horse runner, and I think that's what Costa Rica's doing right now. The polish is too good, and I mean, you're looking at Wedge. The
Stake is going to take Kale out of the fight, though, so already starting us off well for Panama at the moment. 4 minutes. Now coming in, there's the blade out from Kizzo, and they're looking for someone. They get touched, but they cannot get there in the end, as that is Costa Rica taking map number 3.
Back. And I mean, just the aim. These, like I said, these Costa Rican backlines is absolutely bloodthirsty. Hit scan player. Kizzo seems like the Swiss Army knife as far as DPS. And then Wedge and Benji, they can run.
So, I think I do know Kizzo. I think they've played in Better Academy.
No way. Their predecessor was not able to. Yeah,
we'll have to see now as Ari into the back through in the end. As now it is going to be Panama starting us off on this fight.
Yeah, get back together as a full 5 because they fight as 5. They fight best as 5. Now we'll see. You know, what are we working here? Dake, once again, 30%.
Gonna go into the engagement now as Conqueror on the stairs. Gonna fall down though.
I mean, Joshua, that was not a headshot. That was an assassination as Kale or as Dake was trying to get away. Kale just says, I've got a full...
Gonna rotate back. They're gonna get caught in. Speed Boost takes down Benji, and now Artorias has fallen. A nice opening here for Panama. Out, and it's gonna lock down 3. A nice play. Follow up coming in from Kale and Co. As that's the team kill. There's the over. Rica looking to start us, but there's Artorias taken down. Tiger starting us off yet again for Panama here. As already Kizzo finding a shot, taking down Dake, and that is going.
Just like with Lijiang Tower here in Coliseo, it's the same thing once again.
As now they come in for the hold going. As there is 2 coming in from Benji. The hold on for Costa Rica.
What a
Blade down goes Panama. As that is a huge play yet again.
absolutely phenomenal from Costa Rica. Coming through them. This Graviton Surge, Sundering Blade combo was absolutely dirty. Poor Jake knew they were dead to right.